Hello friends and welcome back to 7 Days to Die with your host, Rongo the Bold. I thought today I would do something a little different. We're going to just do a 10.3 update. It appears that the save games are working okay. There might be some janky stuff and we are going to miss out on some new things in the hub city. But I do want to go ahead and kind of finish off our base and then we'll start a new playthrough on whatever happens to come soon. So the Pimps dropped 10.3 kind of by surprise. They've done a lot of upgrades and tweaks and changes and fixes. So what I want to kind of do is go over all the new stuff on a test game so that we don't disturb our main session, and I kind of show you things without, zombies breathing over my neck. So first thing, under options, the player profiles, you can now edit your profile. Here's my little dude. Hello, little dude. You can scroll in and out with your scroll wheel. Look him around. So he's got the default hair on right now. So let's go ahead and go into head. They've kind of cleaned things up a little bit. So we've got eye color. Let's go ahead and zoom in on our freaky little dude. Let's go with piercing blue eyes. Right. Hair. We need some hair. So let's see what we got for hair to work with. Let's zoom out a wee bit. Base, shaggy. Nice. Nice. Okay, so right now they have just the three and how can you not choose that? Oh my god, that's awesome. Well done, Pimps. Well done. Shaggy hair. You know that everybody is going to have this hair. So just based on that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to go with this guy's hair. Okay, that sounds good. And let's look at facial hair. Let's see what we got. We have lawman mustache. Yeah. My name is Sam Elliott. All right. Regent. All right. Oh, I like that. That's a good look. Kind of shaggy hair, shaggy beard, shaggy goatee. Yeah, it's alright. Spaniard and none. All right, I think I'm gonna go with shaggy beard and shaggy hair. Now let's go for hair color. So what do we got? Hair color wise. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a reddish. Let's go a little bit lighter eyes. So they should pop a bit more. There we go. That's a fine looking whatever he is. Now they also added in some limiters on some of the settings. So for example, under, I think they said under leg size, you can still make some fairly funky looking Popeye the Sailor. Wait, no, it's not Popeye. Popeye is more like forearm. Popeye the Sailor Man. Woo woo. Alright, so let's go ahead and adjust that. Arm width, is that okay? We don't want to have it too funky. My guy looks kind of normalish, so forearm length. Yeah, back to the kind of normal. So he's kind of a, normal looking guy. Yeah, good. I like him. So anyway, yeah, new options there. No new actual options except for the hair and eye and colors. But excellent. Little more variation to the world. So let's go ahead and save. Okay, that. And what they've done is under the game settings, when you go in, there's this persistent profiles option. So you can set that to on or off on the server. Come on. There we go. So you can set it to on or off. And I guess if it's I'm not sure how it actually works. So I'll just say that right now. Is there anything else that they added and tweaked? Now I noticed that under the creative, because we're going to use this creative game set to do things, and I noticed that under here they've actually cleaned it up so that all you have is percent of night and day cycle. So they took out all those other options and made it really simple. Now I don't know what that means with zombies. I'm not sure if that means there's no zombies in creative or what. That's kind of interesting. I will have to look into that a tiny bit more. So let's go ahead and launch this up. And we're going to hop in the creative world and kind of go through some of the new things that they've added to the game. So this is my little testing area. You might recognize this platform. This is where I was like, I know that it spans properly. I know it. And that's my little supporty bits. Okay, so first item on the list. Hang on 1 second here. Okay, so they have added the character customization system. They added facial hair variants, the male and high air, and skin color selection. I didn't look at skin color. Oh, okay. They added red, blue, green, brown, and black clothing variants to plaid shirts, skull caps, bandanas, and pants. So a lot more pant variations out there. And they've added new pharmacies, bookstores, and hardware stores, all with custom signs, decor, and special loot to the Navezgane and the Random Gen map. So that's where our hub city isn't going to have those because it's already been generated. So we won't have those until we have a new map. So that's one big reason to do a new season here pretty soon. Is I do want to be able to check out those new stores. Now we might be able to find another nearby city that hasn't been, because we don't have any other wastelands exposed yet in the map, so we'll look into that. Added the new cobblestone upgrade system. So cobblestone walls are now made by first creating a cobblestone frame that's made from 5 sticks and some plant fibers to stake out the area you're going to build the cobblestone wall. And then once you do, you place the frame, you take the cobblestones made from cement and small rocks, and you right click the frame to upgrade to a quarter high cobblestone, and you keep it going until you've completed the set. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna grab, I suppose very creative, but I could just do that, but we need, let's go ahead and just add in some cement, and let's see, let's add some rock. Is it small rocks, big rocks, cobblestone rocks? I think we need a stone for cobblestone rocks. It's been a little while since I built with cobblestone, since they took it away from me. Alright, so that and that makes cobblestone rocks. Perfect. Okay, and we've got plant fiber already. So let's look up the recipe for cobblestone. Cobblestone frame. So there she is. So we do a little frame like that, a plant fiber, craft it. Let's go ahead and make a couple of these. Let's make like we'll make a wall of it. So let's make 20 total frames. They do mention that the structural integrity is much lower on these frames, so you might have some problems. You may need to balance. You might need to kind of hold them up with some other frames at first. So let's go ahead and make a regular wood frame. Make some of those just, and we'll kind of look and see what the limitations are. We don't need this chainsaw anymore. Okay, so let's place. So that's what the new cobblestone frame looks like. It looks like I placed 2 of them. It did, okay. I just placed it a little fast, I guess. Okay, so it's like a little rope kind of holding the sticks together. Cool. Like it. So let's go ahead and add Another. Oops. Where'd that go? Huh. I heard it placed, but it placed somewhere. Oh, look, it's way over there. That's weird. Okay. You can walk on like normal. No big difference there. All right, let's take these two off, just as a place. Okay. So it seems to be placing a little odd. When I'm right-clicking, I'm getting some double placements. Okay, there we go. So you can only go out one, it looks like, not two. So when you're placing these. So if you wanted to place more, let's go over here. Let's pick up my sleeping bag. So if you wanted to go out farther when you're building your shell, you got to support it first. So good to know. Now, do you need to have... So it's not that. Let's go ahead and put our cobblestone. It looks like it's going to be like the cement, where you got to have them in your hand. And we place. So that's a quarter. 2, 3, 4. And now we've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just fill this up really quick. It's a little slow. You can't place again until the animation is finished. Oh, interesting. So the minute it takes weight on, so watch this. That put weight on it, doesn't do it. So if you're gonna build a doorway, you're gonna need to do this. And let me just for I'll take this away, put this in. Come on, pick up, pick up. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to build it from the bottom down, bottom up. Let's just see how this works. Want to have a good idea of this when you're building your base. Okay, so we take these out, and now we are... Oh, yeah, there's something really strange going on. Wow. They've got something broken with their targeting. Look at that. Makes it easy to loot now. Yeah, I'll just search that oven from a half-mile away. I hope they fix that really quick. I would expect a hot patch for 10.3 to hit tomorrow, probably. Oh, Saturday. Pimps work Saturdays, so they might do it. All right, so one of the other things I wanted to check out was to see how strong this material is. So let's go ahead and get our axe out, our pickaxe out. 2, 9, 10. Okay, 13 hits, and we've taken down 1 layer. $16 for the second layer. Okay, so 3 layers for full destruction, and that was roughly 36, like 49, 50 hits with the pickaxe. So pretty strong. it's supposed to be the mid-range between wood and concrete. So I think it's not bad. I do like the way it looks. I'm definitely going to be using this. I don't know if they have yet. Let's look back in the options to see if there's a ramp yet. Wait, this is cobble. Nope. So there is no ramped version of it yet. So I do hope they add that in. So I do like to have, if I'm going to do this, I want to have this sloped for like a fireplace or just, you know, any other kind of creations you're coming up with. So Pimps, we need it. All right. So what else have they added? A new wellness curve. It's now easier to earn wellness when your wellness is lower than it is when it's higher. I like that. It was really pretty easy once you kind of got established to get your wellness just to crank up. So I like the fact that it's going to be harder to raise up your wellness once you are already kind of established. Nice. Okay. And they've added a new unique snow zombie sound set and icy footstep overlays. Really? Okay, we'll check that out in a few minutes. They added vitamins to the loot list, which will boost wellness and cure dysentery. Let's take a look and see what those vitamins look like. Vitamins, same kind of little barrel. We can put you away. So let's see. Come on. Let us see what these do. Vitamins, okay. Do they have a status effect? No status effect. It's possible that it'll have a status effect in not creative mode. So we'll have to keep that in mind. We'll test that again in our regular game when we find some. They added a rigid body to animals to have a better hit detection. Okay. Added bullet material name to override bullet sound for chainsaw and auger. Let's test that out. No more machine gun sound? Yeah. Better. Better. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a machine gun going off. So that's good. It still is a weird hit detection with the chainsaw. But you know what? I like it. Okay. Added beer. So there's a beer item, beer to loot, and a beverage cooler loot containers which appear in gas stations, old businesses, pharmacies, gun stores, hardware stores, movie theaters, and ski lodges. Ski lodges! Ski lodges! Awesome. With beer, you can now get a positive beer buff and a negative hangover buff. So let's look for beer. Awesome. Oh, cold beer. Beverage cooler. Nice. All right. I hope that's a lootable item. All right. Let's go ahead and... It looks like honey. Okay. So that buff did not... Okay. So there's no buff. So you get 2 stamina every second. So it's like stamina. Now, how long does it last? It doesn't show... Well, let's see how long it lasts. It might, again, the new way they're doing the creative, they may have some... quit hitting that. They may have some of those things change. So that's cool, though. Beer to the game. And also now, grain alcohol will also get you drunk. They added a game option to allow overriding the saved character looks in-game with a currently selected profile. So that's that use persistent profile button. So servers, admins probably leave that setting set to off so that users can come in with their fixed characters. Added persistent profile to new continued game. Okay. Added persistent player profiles to server options. Added orange and green metal roofs used on new hardware store and bookstores. Very cool. Added the ability to edit profiles. We already fixed that. And added new craftable and placeable candles. So let's go ahead and we'll put this stuff away. And I know I have some tallow. So let's look up candle. So a candle is tallow and a fiber planty thingy. Alright, so here is a candle. Look at that. It's a nice looking flame. I do say. Alright, let's go ahead and right click and place that. So we get a nice little holder. Decent amount of light. Now the lighting has been increased for the torch. And the torch also now has a variable 20-minute burnout time. So basically it will expire in 20 minutes. Roughly. So it does throw out more light than it used to. I can kind of see... Oops. I can kind of see that. Well, you need to see it at night to really get a good sense for it. But it will also degrade over time. And I don't know if it'll show you that it's degraded. No, it doesn't. So anyway, it's a 20-minute-ish random burnout. So now you can no longer light up your caves, your tunnels where you're mining, and your house with these torches. You need to use candles instead, and the torches are used more for kind of temporary, maybe just through the night, or for actual weapons, I guess. So that is going to be interesting. Okay, we also added the town code. So this is the per biome town code to allow larger buildings, and you'll see a much larger variety of different buildings in towns now. Excellent. Towns now use a random block size and shape. Awesome. Change the male and female UMA DNA converter clamps for legs and some others. So I guess they fixed some of the... That's what I was mentioning earlier. They didn't let you make things quite as tweaked as they used to. That's quite okay. Entities now consider wide position of terrain for spawning, so you shouldn't have zombies kind of drop into the world. That's going to be nice. And rabbits and stuff. I've seen all kinds of things just kind of drop in, so that's good. Remove cobblestone metal from blocks and block textures. That's okay. Reduce the time of plant fiber crafting. Random now chooses hair and skin colors as well when you're doing random. Reduce the wellness gain from antibiotics from 5 to 2. Sad, but good. It was, again, once you got settled in, you're cranking out your antibiotics and stuff, it was a little too easy to bump that up. So I think going from 5 to 2, I'm okay with that. That works. Thumbs up, pimp. So yeah, great alcohol gets you drunk now. The school building now, which I have not found yet, uses the terrain filler, so its grass is native to the biome it's in. Okay, removes the regular zombies from snow biome. Remove dogs from burnt forest. Yay! Dogs should now only spawn in the wasteland and at barns. All right. Getting stunned now has a chance to lower your wellness. That sucks. I get stunned fairly often, as you guys have seen, and the idea that it'll cost against my wellness, that's a wee bit scary. But we'll see how it plays out. Brighten the wall torches. Yeah. Server time is now only advanced if a player is connected to the server. I like that. I do play on Bridget Bob's multiplayer server, and so many times everyone's going to be gone from the server, and you come back and 100 days have gone by, and that means there's possibly 100 airdrops out there or anything else. So I think that having the server time advanced only if players are present, I think that's awesome. Torches now have random burn time of about 20 minutes. Okay, after that they'll just disappear. Change the log output. Non-stock values give more blah blah blah. Change only grass and dirt can be hoed. I didn't try to hoe anything else before. All right, they fixed the dog attack animations and spastic spinning dogs. Aw, dogs are now easier to kill. Uh, well, I hope they are still as hard hitting. Fixed the reinforced concrete ramps, now downgrade to broke concrete like reinforced concrete does. Fixed breaking concrete drops nothing, so I guess now you can, when you break your reinforced concrete, you'll get some stuff. Fix the problem with players spying on trees and then falling and breaking their legs. That's nice. Buffs not checking friendly fires fixed. Critical blunt buff chance on clubs. So I wonder what they mean by that. Fix the critical blunt buff chance. So I wonder if they reduce the number of criticals, because you're getting, with the spike club, I was getting criticals quite often. Fix trees disappearing in last growing stage. It only happened once in a while, but fix the fat zombies, Hawaiian shirt ones. They couldn't. I guess they couldn't get through the doors on the new doors. And in general, they fixed the pathing through doors. The sniper rifle reload animation doesn't move the player anymore. Let's take a look at that, because that was irritating. Not that I have a sniper rifle yet here, but on multiplayer, we have just tonight on Bearded Bob's multiplayer server, we managed to get much better. So basically, before you hit reload, and the whole screen would go. It was very disorienting. So anyway, yeah, I was saying on Bearded Bob's the Twitch stream we did tonight, we now all have sniper rifles. It's quite nice. A bunch of weird problems. Fixed the digging down problem. Not sure what that was. Clean up a lot of the XML files. Clicking on stuff with bare hands when not thirsty shows a message saying you're not thirsty, which we know. Yeah. Fix the neon texture issue. Junk textures when changing screen size or alt tabbing. Excellent, because there are some problems with other players' armor showing up kind of really weird sometimes. So hopefully that fixes it. Blueberries that are found in coolers are now actually blueberries rather than blueberry bushes. I like that. It's always been a weird problem. Spikes should snap the ground to them now. That is awesome, because sometimes those log spikes really place weird. So let's see if we can do that. Quit doing that. Silly wrong go. Alright, so let's see if we can find some odd shaped or odd ground here. Alright, so there's some. Well, I'm sorry, Pimps. Yeah. Okay, so they really need to fix up their and I'm getting. I think you can probably see I'm getting some double placement effects here. Sometimes, I'm not sure what's going on, and it's definitely not snapping the ground to them. But it is nice to be able to place a, spike that far away. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Pimps fix. Okay, dogs, that weird rear up jumping attack they do, I feel like that's been fixed now when they're moving. Fixed zombie spawn with zombie spawning to 0. I guess zombies would still spawn even if you had zombies turned off as far as spawning goes. So that's been fixed. Some server stuff. So wow, that was a lot of changes and additions, Pimps. That's awesome. One thing I do want to do, I don't know if we can see. Well, unfortunately, in this we don't have any zombies, so I can't really show you. I can't show you too much, but let's see if we can fly over just to the center of this biome and see if we can see any new buildings. Okay, I found kind of a new, this is definitely a new point of interest object in the Wasteland City. So we do have a safe in here and a desk. So just keep that in mind. It's a new one. I'm going to kind of skip to all the kind of new ones and just show you as I go. Okay, this is a new point of interest. It is definitely not the normal Shotgun Messiah. So I wonder if it's just a wrong sign on the building. So let's go ahead and take a peek in here and see what this actually is. I'm going to go through this brick wall. It looks like it's, yeah, pretty weak. Okay, we got a new beer cooler. Some beer in there. All right, nice. I know it's wrong tool. Let's get a different axe. And axe it. Axe it. Getting used to this new keyboard still. It's a little funky. Okay, this is Shotgun Messiah box. It's definitely just a different layout than the other Shotgun Messiah. Bathroom. So I guess they've got multiple Shotgun Messiahs in the game. Alright, well, good to know. Two different looks. And I will be back when I find another one of the buildings. Alright, we've got Born and Noble. Let me guess. I'm thinking that this is probably... probably a bookstore. Let's take a peek inside and see what kind of setup we've got here. I like the idea of having more access to books. I hope they don't have just more access to rare books. And they do. I'm torn by this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. This, to me, seems a little OP. What I'd like to see them do is have these be a special kind of bookcase with a really low chance of a rare book and a much higher chance of just regular books. I'd be happy to get regular books, but this is like, you come here and you've got everything. Yeah, you're done with your book learning, which takes a little bit of the fun out. I do like the layout. I like the looks. Really nice. Cheers to the Pimps. I'm gonna do a little bit more looking, and I'll be back. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the Wasteland biome, and it looks like they've definitely tweaked the generation rate as well. We're getting craggier areas than we used to, so that's kind of cool. Again, just to kind of show things off. Back in a bit. I just wanted to showcase this. I flew over it while I was looking around for other things to show you guys, and it's really cool. It's a nice big, really good sized lake with an island, actually 3 islands built into it. This would be a really cool spot for a base. Interesting. I will try to remember to post the name. Look at this lake. This is a massive, massive lake. People have been asking for larger lakes, and this one is definitely larger. Look at this place. You can build an amazing base out here. Alright, anyway, I will try and remember to post the name of the seed that I use for this Random World Gen. Okay, I found another Wasteland hub town and found Working Stiff Tools. Hardware for hardworking men. So this is the new hardware store. So let's go ahead and pop our way in here. Very similar layout to the other stores. In fact, working stiff tools. Let's see what we got in here. Working stiff crate. Okay, gardening hoe. I like it. Working stiff tools. Nice. Oh, it's already open. Don't need to. Weapon repair kits, pickaxes, hard metal doors. Oh, Rongo likey. That is kind of cool. So, just any kind of building supplies might be in these. Axes, wood. Another beer. Alright, nice. So these are cool. I wonder if you might get some rebar or cobblestone as well. Might be in these. They should. I don't know why it's breaking it down. And it's open, or let's take a look at this one. It's been a long episode, considering it's not even an episode. But I wanted you guys to get a really good. Oh, look at all this! Oh my goodness! Okay, so working stiff tools, definitely on your list of places that you should really check out. I wonder, can I clip through doors? Oh, I can clip through doors. Ah, I didn't know that. Oh wow, look at all of these. And a safe as well. Okay, working stiff tools. Looks like they changed clipping. So anyway, working stiff tools, you should check that out. There's the new orange fabric they mentioned. Very nice, very, very nice. Liking it. Is it metal or? Yeah, it's metal. Nice. I wonder if you can. Oh, it'd be great if you could get that. And for building, I love building things. So there we go. A whole bunch of updates from the Pimps. I wanted to kind of show you around, show you the new things. A couple things I noticed while I was flying around. The world generation looks better. They definitely tweaked the world generation a little bit. The hub towns are no longer, basically dead center of the map. They can be offset. I found one small little village near the edge of a map, and a few scattered buildings throughout the rest of the zone. So you're definitely going to get a little more variety. You saw that one hub town was quite large in that wilderness zone. So tons more to loot. That's really going to make things a lot fun. I mean, now you don't have to go to the hub city for your general looting, but that's definitely where you're going to find places like Working Stiff, the new bookstore, which I really hope they nerf. That was way too easy to get all your books, so I hope they fix that. Well, I think that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, comments, or you want me to showcase something else, let me know. I'd be happy to build something on a little test server. It definitely looks like there's no more zombies in creative mode. I have not seen a single zombie all my flying around, so that's interesting. But I mean, again, creative mode is just for building. So if you want to wuss out and be creative, then you can do it in creative mode. Otherwise, you're gonna have to suck it up and play like the big boys. Well, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Click like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, family, and your grandmother, and Rongo will see you on another day.